What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy and I'm going to be doing my review from the 2012 movie American Reunion. So in this movie, the characters we met a little more than a decade ago returned to East Great Falls for their high school reunion. In one long overdue weekend, they will discover what has changed, who hasn't, and what the time and distance can't break is the bonds of friendship. So, this is a solid entry in the American Pie franchise. I really enjoyed this movie quite a bit. It's not quite as good as the first two movies, but it's definitely better than the third one for sure. And everything. It was cool getting to catch up with the characters and see where they were at this point in their life and everything. I thought they did a good job with that, and I love that it has a more mature tone than the other movies while still being raunchy and having its raunchy moments and stuff. It's enough to keep fans satisfied with that and everything. And I think the humor is really good here, though. There are some really funny moments. There's some really weird, uncomfortable moments too, but that's what these movies are all about too, and everything. And I will say that getting the cast all back together again was awesome and stuff. Some of these characters I'm pretty sure we haven't seen since the first movie and everything, and a lot of them didn't come back for the third movie. So getting to see them all back in this movie was great and everything. And I hope we get more American Pie movies down the line. I'd love for them to do one every 10-15 years or so, just to show us what the characters are up to and everything. I hope that eventually they do more with Stifler and make him more mature as time goes on, because as funny as he is and everything, there's got to be a balance there. He's got to grow up a little bit at some point. I also will say that Eugene Levy is just absolutely hilarious once again in this movie. I don't think this was his funniest that he was. I think that was probably the second movie, but he is really funny in this one and everything. There's a lot of really good heartfelt moments in here too, because he also is kind of more serious in this one too, but he does have some hilarious moments because he gets to team up with Stifler's mom, and the stuff between them two just is so much fun. And Jennifer Coolidge and Eugene Levy have such great chemistry together, and it's a lot of fun to watch and everything. So I enjoyed them too and everything. It just made the movie a lot funnier. But I will say that Stifler not maturing is really it's realistic, but it also is kind of annoying. It's realistic because we all know that dude that just can't mature for anything. We all known somebody that we've known for years and stuff that just hasn't changed at all and everything. I've known quite a few people that are like that, but Stifler has not really matured and stuff, and it is kind of annoying at times too. But I also see what they were going for with the story. They kind of like showed that he does need to, and maybe he will in the future. It's really hard to say. And I will say that this one doesn't quite live up to the first two movies. It's not quite as good as those movies and everything. The dynamic between Jim and Michelle isn't as good in this movie because they're not together throughout most of it. They're kind of separated throughout a lot of it, and they're kind of having their own problems with having struggles in their sex life and stuff like that and everything. And it kind of felt weird. And Allison Hannigan, while she was still really good as Michelle, she seemed a little bit different in this movie. Maybe it's just because she's older and stuff, and that's probably really all it is. But yeah, so all in all, while I don't think this movie is as good as some of the others in the franchise, I think it's still a really good movie, and it's got a great story about a group of friends reuniting for a fun weekend, and it's still got a lot of heart and humor that you would expect from the American Pie franchise. So I don't have a lot of negatives with this one. I think it's a pretty solid movie and everything. It's not the absolute best in the franchise for sure, but it's definitely far from the worst either. So I'd go as far to say I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It's a solid movie and everything. I think it's solid like the first two So, anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of American Reunion, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.